It's Noah, and welcome back to iHollywood TV, where Academy Award nominee Jim Capobianco is bringing the world of Leonardo Da Vinci to life in the new animated feature titled The Inventor, releasing in theaters nationwide September 15th. Please welcome Jim to the show this morning. Hi, Jim. Welcome.
Hi, Noah. Thank you for having me.
I am so glad that we could have you on the show. So first off, being the Oscar-nominated writer of Ratatouille, now comes the story of famed inventor and artist Leonardo da Vinci. Can you talk to me about the story, as you not only directed this movie, but you also wrote it as well?
Yeah, so this story is about Leonardo da Vinci at the end of his life when he moves to France, and I think a lot of people don't know he moved to France. So he journeys from Italy to France. He works for the King of France, and he meets there his sister Marguerite, who's here with me, and
Mm-hmm.
she in herself was a Renaissance woman, and she's known for that. And she was a patron of the arts, and she wrote her own books. And I thought, in a sense, Leonardo maybe had a bigger impact on Marguerite than the king, because the king was doing his kingly things. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, then it became a story about legacy and how you pass on your, how you touch other people through your creative abilities, your teachings. And to me,
Mm-hmm.
Marguerite was that person he could pass those on to. So it became a story about that. And, so that's, kind of what it's all about.
Now, Jim, how was it like to actually, bring the world of Leonardo da Vinci to life in a new stop motion puppet and 2D hand drawn animated feature film? Like, I don't think I've really seen this before, or at least it's been a while.
Yeah, to me, it was to take the two artistic, or the two, not artistic, but the two handcrafted forms of animation, drawn and stop
Mm-hmm.
motion, together in a sense, because it's very Da Vinci to me. Leonardo's sketches or the drawings, his engineering and craftsmanship and thinking in those terms for the stop motion, because that's that form.
Mm-hmm.
And to bring them two together, the drawn animation is an ability to go into his drawings, into his flights of fancy, his imagination. The stop motion, in a sense, becomes the real world, the real world, if you will, of
Yeah.
the world that they're living in. So that combination to me felt like a natural, and that was kind of how it was justified in the storytelling to use those. And I think it helped make them seamless the way the two work together.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I love both those art forms. So in a sense, for me to play in those playgrounds was fun.
Something I love so much about this animated film is we see Leonardo attempts to uncover the answer to the ultimate question, what is the meaning of life? And I think we ask that a lot in life, but, what is the meaning of life in your own words?
Well, to me, it is about how you affect and other people around you through your being here. What choices do you make in working with other people, or interacting with other people? We have a choice, and that power is with us. So to me, that is what life is about, and what your legacy is for being here. What have you left behind? And to me, Leonardo da Vinci is a great embodiment of that. Here I'm making a film, we're still talking about him. He's had a huge impact on the world. And so to me, I feel like each of us has that power as well, in our smaller way or our ways. So in some people in their big ways, and so,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if people thought more in those terms, maybe the world can be a better place.
Absolutely. I completely agree, Jim. And, the inventor focuses on legacy, how you choose to live your life, as you said, and, how those choices influence others, a theme with wide appeal for all audiences, especially, kids. What is one thing that you told yourself, Jim, on how you wanted to live your life? And what's something that, you still continue to get better at each day that you do live life?
Well, yeah, I think for me, it's life is about continuing to live it in the sense of being curious and exploring, and being open to failure and learning from your failures, and Again, Leonardo da Vinci did that as well. He failed again and again, he believed. And,
Yeah.
he painted paintings like The Last Supper started deteriorating, in his lifetime. It wasn't like many years later. So he always, in a sense, thought of himself in some respects as a failure, but then he learned from his failures and carried on and persevered. And I think, to me, that is a lesson and something I always carry on is like, I mean, making this film was perseverance. It took us 12 years to make it, to kind of believe we
Wow.
could get to the end. So, to me, it's always a journey, life, and to give up on that is not the way to go. So.
Well, everyone's got to check this out on Friday, September 15th. Jim, I must say, I absolutely love the story and movie of Disney's Ratatouille. I love the ride at Walt Disney World as well, even though when I went, it broke down, but I stood in line for 45 minutes extra to ride that ride, Jim. You wrote that movie with Brad and Jan. It's such a cute film that forever lives on, I think, in the Disney vault. But what is one thing that you still get reminded of from fans that share their love of the story with you?
Wow, so one thing. Well, I think that they love it so much. It's really so important to me. It was actually quite a long journey, that movie. It took, I think I was on it, it was 7 years in the making. I mean, and I was one of the
Oh
first
my goodness.
people on that film. And it was a journey in itself. So, and at times we didn't know if it worked. So I think how it's been received, and it created a ride, and the musical that was made during the pandemic. I don't know if people know about that, but the TikTok musical, which was so special, and it's really impacted people's lives. It brings you, again, a sense of, you know, how you can actually do something in your life and reach out to others. And so, to me, it's been a very special film, Ratatouille, and how people have carried on with it. And in a way, it's gotten more popular, I feel, as time has gone on.
Well, Jim, we were out of time, but be sure to go see The Inventor in theaters nationwide on Friday, September 15th. Thank you so much, Jim, for coming on the show. So nice to virtually meet you. Congratulations once again on this project, and hopefully we get to have you back on again real soon.
Sure, I'd love it. Thank you, Noah. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Take care, Jim.